Alright guys, so here's the latest and newest project. I don't know if you can read that there or not. David Bradley. I think it came off of a, yeah, it says by Briggs and Stratton right here. Court. Well, I found it on Craigslist one of those nights in my truck board. Looking up and it was local, so I went and picked it up when I came home off the road. It's pretty complete. It's got a little bit of compression. I think it'll run pretty easily. We just got to get it to fire, clean the carburetor. But went to pick it up and turned out to be a distant family member. Not too distant. Second or third cousins of my dad. Pretty neat. So my dad bought it for me for a birthday present. So I don't know what it came off of. I imagine it was on a walk-behind tractor. So I'm gonna just pull the oil and check inside the gas tank and stuff. But the shroud, like all these shrouds and stuff, all this in the gas tank. There's a couple little teeny tiny little dings, but nothing major at all. It's clean inside for the most part. But I'm gonna wipe it down and clean it off and maybe squirt a little oil in the cylinder. And we'll continue this video later. Whenever I probably get it started, I'll do a compilation of all the videos together. So I was thinking this was a smaller one, like the F's and the Y's and the FH's and stuff. But it's a little bit bigger. My grandpa said this one should have a 2-inch piston. It's got a bigger carburetor and stuff. So anyway, it's pretty complete. So we're gonna get it cleaned up and see if we can get it to run.
I got to open the choke. I told to open it up a little bit because for some spark plug should have started. It just puts you.
Want the choke on or off? That's off.
No, try it on like that. Then no. Well, it really should be at least halfway though. Keep running.
Ready?
All right, now here, just leave it right there. They put it fired once.
Yeah. I heard that.
She just got sure. I ain't know if it ain't a carburetor.
Might take a little while to get in the carburetor.
Well, look at this shut off here, see. At least when you open it up very much.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I want you to look at that sump bolt and see if you the gas in there?
yeah.
Okay. Put a screw right in the carburetor.
Little prime. Alright.
Put it on about halfway. If you don't, we'll choke it, start it.
Yeah. I put it twice.
Yeah.
Full choke. Backfired a little bit.
Huh?
Backfired a little bit. She's leaking gas everywhere. Shut the gas off.
I don't.
I think it's overflowing.
I'll try it.
Pull the spark plug and check it again.
gas is very quick.
Yeah, I threw a little in there. Gotta have a different cord. Alright guys, so I squirted a little oil in the cylinder and it already felt like it had compression, but I took a couple of 3 or 4 shots of 10 or just regular 30 weight or straight weight oil or whatever was in Grandpa's can, and just got a little bit of wet in there basically or whatever, and now it's got a lot of compression. You put your finger over there and you can't turn it all the way over with this. I mean, you probably could, but it'd be difficult. So well, we checked for fire, and of course it's not firing, so we're going to pull this shroud off and get to the points. Probably just clean the points. I've never really messed with any of these bigger ones. Well, I haven't really messed with the smaller ones much either, other than helping Grandpa here and there. But see, it's got a sediment bowl. So I think once I get this all cleaned up, it's actually going to be a nice looking engine. I just like the stickers and stuff. I noticed another sticker on the, here we go, if you guys can see that or not. Warning, it's about the oil bath air cleaner or whatever. Well, kind of neat. Only thing I noticed so far that's bent was this kill switch was just a little bit tweaked, but it could be straightened pretty easily. The tank, I looked in the bottom of it, is absolutely perfectly clean. I mean, you might be able to blow in there with an air tank and blow dust out, that's about it. So, it's sat in this guy's yard, or in his garage. What it is the guy who owned it originally took it off of something. He's a second or first cousins of my grandfather, and he just set it aside because he must have thought it was important or it was worth something, or it might be in good enough shape to use for a later project. It sat, and the guy passed away right around almost exactly a year ago, and then his son and his wife were going through his old stuff in his garage and trying to clean up and, I don't know, just make ends meet and get rid of some stuff that they weren't going to use and whatnot. So I ended up with it. So it's cool. It's a family type thing or whatever. So yeah, other than that, I think I'm just going to clean it up. I'm going to switch this muffler around. Probably just take it off here, put it in there after we get it to run, clean the carburetor all up, clean everything up, make a nice stand for it, and then I'm just going to get, you know, all this kind of stuff in here, clean it all up real good, and then oil it. Do like a linseed oil or something. And then that way, hopefully the guy's wife can make it up here and his son and see it run. So, not that he was, who knows what he was collecting it for or whatever, but hey, be a cool little piece to keep there. I like all the stickers that are still on, that's why I want to leave it original. Got a nice tag on there. I don't know if you guys can read that. Sold by Sears and Roebuck. So, I can't remember what my grandpa just said. He thought it was between 45 and 49, 1945 and 1949. I can't remember why. It was a newer style spark plug, like a different thread, and a couple of little small things was his guess. But he doesn't ever mess with the bigger ones, so he wasn't 100% sure. So it's probably around 1950, I would guess. It's still an antique. It's still worth throwing on a nice little set of skids or whatever and taking it to the shows and running it. So we're gonna mess with it for a little while, get these points cleaned, and maybe we'll get back and well, fire it up or whatever and get it to run. So we'll see you guys back here in a little bit. Alright guys, so I got the side cover off. Thing's hefty. It's pretty full of dust. It was garage kept, so imagine anything that's in your garage is floating around getting stuck in here. But another good thing to tell is these screens, it's in nice shape, so it hasn't been messed with too much. But it's pretty caked in dirty here. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit, and then we'll get to the points in there here in a few minutes. Grandpa's upstairs talking to some friends or whatever, so don't want to do anything without him. He'll get me in trouble. But we'll see you guys back here in a few minutes. Alright, so you can see I got the flywheel off. I had two basically like dummy screws in there to use for a puller. And I was going to drill a couple pieces out, but I remembered I had this, I bought this. It's a case splitter for like an ATV. Yeah, it fit the right size bolts in there. So I thought I could put one bolt here and one bolt here and actually use the press itself, but there wasn't quite enough space. So I just used one of these legs. I used this center one here, and that's all I did was screw the bolts down and tighten them down nice and slow and nice and even, and it popped right off. So now we're in here. I'm waiting on Grandpa to come inside so I don't screw anything up or take something apart and forget something, because I'm definitely no expert, but I want to get an air gun to this And I think a lot of that gunk and stuff in there, for one, it might catch on fire, or two, it might insulate it and cook a head gasket or something, you know. So just do a little cleaning while he's outside visiting, and we'll get these points cleaned up. So we'll see you guys back here in a little bit. The other camera died, guys. That's on.